Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another amazing broadcast brought to you by the media team. We all know how excited you are to see it, and also see your fellow delegates as well. And while we love hearing you cheer for them, it can also be really hard to hear the broadcast for other people. So tonight, let's try something new. Spirit fingers. Whenever you see someone from your delegation, or someone else that you want to support, put up spirit fingers. Come on, let me see those hands. So we can start off with our level 1, our regular spirit fingers, and then if we want to take it up a notch, show a little more support, we do a level 2, and then if you really love the person, you can do a level 3. Hi, I'm Niyati from the New Jersey delegation.
And I'm Sophie Wang from the Model UN.
Happy 4th of July, everyone! Welcome back to another episode of the Blue Ridge broadcast. Hey, Sophie, do you know what the weather's like tomorrow?
I don't, but I'm sure Claire and Andre do. Take it away.
Hello and good evening, everyone.
Tomorrow's forecast is going to have a high of 80 and a low of 64.
Don't forget to catch the sunrise at 6:20 on Eureka Porch.
Also, look at all this rain we predicted. Tomorrow's UV forecast is going to be a 7.
I know we're all going to be outside for activities tomorrow, so it's not just important to apply sunscreen in the morning, but continuously throughout the day.
Yep, now back to you guys.
Thanks, Claire and Andre. That segment really brightened our day. Good thing none of these fits are getting rained on tomorrow.
Since many of us here on the mountain are 18 or approaching the age of 18, and because it's the 4th of July, let's talk about voting.
Thank you, Niyati and Sophie, and happy 4th of July, everyone.
Time and time again, we hear the phrase, democracy must be learned by each generation. But what does democracy mean to this generation?
We spoke with delegates who had proposals on elections and learned how we can further uphold and improve our democracy. I heard a bit about your proposal yesterday and how it deals with the two-party system. Can you explain a little more about it?
Yeah. So, my name is Aaron Elysian, and I'm from the Golden State of California. I'm proposal number 51, and my proposal is entitled Combating the Two-Party System in Elections. Basically, it's just a mandate of ranked choice voting in all federal, state, and local elections.
What inspired you to write this proposal?
Right now, there's not a lot of representation in our democracy. It's a lot of the same figures that we constantly see. And so, in cities that they use ranked choice voting in states, we find more diverse candidates and a higher voter turnout. And that's very important to me. So, I wanted to do something that could emphasize that and highlight it.
And on a broader scale, why do you think voting and this issue is particularly important in the United States right now?
I think it is very important because, voter turnout is, kind of bad right now, especially within the older populations, even the younger ones too. And having access to vote by mail or just direct voting services is already an issue enough for us as people. But then, especially for prisoners, it's like none at all. So I really feel like it's important to make sure that everyone has their citizenship right to vote. That's stated in our Constitution.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you so much.
However these delegates chose to interpret the issues we face today, they came to the mountain with many ideas on how we can change our political system and get as many voices heard as possible.
And whether we disagree or not, one thing is clear. As we celebrate America today, it's important to consider our civic duty as the voters of tomorrow.
We choose the impact we make, and by pre-registering to vote, and by voting, we make an impact on the future of our nation.
If you're 16 years or older, you can pre-register to vote in California,
Colorado,
Delaware,
D.C.,
Florida,
Hawaii,
Louisiana,
Maryland,
Massachusetts,
New York,
North Carolina,
Oregon,
Rhode Island,
Utah,
Virginia,
and Washington.
For more information on pre-registration, visit our Instagram at BRJKona.
And for more on proposals about elections, check out Elliot Copeland's article on the Blue Ridge Journal blog. See you at the polls.
Thank you for that important segment.
It's time to shine some spotlight on the fashionista of Toronto. Let's see what our stylish peers have in store for us today.
I'm Maggie.
I'm Aline.
And I'm Izzy.
And we've been seeing some awesome outfits here on the mountain.
First up, we have Katie and Brady from Minnesota.
So we're wearing seersucker, which is a traditional, lightweight Southern fabric and has a large history here at the conference.
And today, Seersucker Tuesday, also happens to fall on the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America!
Hi, I'm Madeline Canada from the Maryland delegation. I have my strawberry bag, which I made and I love. I have my headband, it says press on it. I made it for our state conference in Maryland and it's like super awesome. I have my necklace, which is my favorite necklace. It was my dad's grandmother's and she gave it to my mom who gave it to me. So it's like super sweet, yeah.
I'm Maggie from Minnesota and I'm here with Nathan from Delaware. Tell us a little bit about your outfit.
So this skirt is one that I actually made myself right before conference. I was really inspired by like Studio Ghibli films because I feel like all of them are like, all the girls have like really long ruffly skirts and like these like ruffly tops and they're like running through like meadows and fields. And I just really want to emulate that here at Kona.
Up next, we have Carol Elizabeth from Texas.
My outfit is, I have to like come with like Texas flair, so obviously the pink cowgirl hat. Absolutely. The blazer is from JCPenney's, and then the skirt is also from JCPenney's, and then the shirt is from Victoria's Secrets, and the shoes are also from JCPenney's.
You have a beautiful outfit.
Thank you.
Who are we here with today?
I'm Danica from The Model United Nations.
This headband is from Party City. These earrings are from J. Crew, but they're also from my mom.
Inspiration is definitely watching my mom dress like classic, simple style, but making it more interesting with personalized jewelry and stuff like that. And I love small details like the ruffles on the dress.
So who are we here with?
Aiden Castanen of the New Hampshire delegation. A shirt at an estate sale in New Hampshire because New Hampshire just has like the best estate sale. Smell the dust. I've washed it a few times, but you know, beauty's pain. Or spoon rings. And then the others I've just like gotten at thrift stores or whatever. The bell bottoms are also from the same estate sale. I think it was like some mom in the 70s or something. So thank you. The docks, I mean, these are like a staple. You'll see plenty more outfits with these.
There's some great outfits, delegates.
And we're ready to see the outfits of tomorrow.
Back to you guys. Thank you, Maggie, Izzy, and Maline. Even if you weren't featured in our fashion segment, I'm sure all of you looked fabulous in your outfits today.
On to our next segment, brought to you by Kaylin and Isla. Let's hear about some proposals that were merged today.
Hi, I'm Kaylin Van Duzer from Washington State.
And I'm Isla Hubert from New York.
When two proposals are very similar, they often get combined upon the decision of both proposal authors. The two delegates then work together to make sure the new proposal is the best it can be.
But it's not always smooth sailing. Both positives and negatives can come out of that decision. So we're here to see how some of our delegates feel about ultimately deciding to combine their proposals.
What made you decide to merge?
So in the first committee, our proposals were quite similar, so it seemed like the intelligent decision to merge. Two minds are better than one.
We had extremely similar proposals, and I thought that merging our proposals would just benefit both of us in the long run.
My proposal partner seeked me out because we both had proposals regarding teacher salaries.
How do you think merging affected the odds of your success?
I definitely think it increased my odds of success, at least. There's some glaring problems with my own proposal, so being able to combine the strengths of both of our proposals definitely helped.
Even though we had a very similar proposal, like talk to him about our different opinions on the topic itself. So I think that it definitely helped my success rate within my first and second committee.
Both of us had really good proposals beforehand, but when we merged, I believe it made it a lot stronger.
What is one way merging benefited you?
It means that we can pick up each other's slack. So there are some portions of debate that I'm stronger at and some portions of debate that she's stronger at. So together we make a great team, and is one of the reasons why I made Committee C.
It ultimately added to my support system. I know that being able to walk into first and second committees and knowing that the delegate that I chose to merge with was there and was willing to support me really helped me to become more confident within myself and to really just calm my general anxiety.
I believe it made a better proposal because originally my proposal would have been better for like my KYA, which is your equivalent to YAG or YIG, instead of a proposal here for Kona.
What is one downside to combining proposals?
One downside is that I can't hear myself speak as often. I do like hearing my own voice, so.
Having to split the time between the opening and the closing summation. I didn't have this problem with my delegate that I chose to merge with, but I could see where this would become a problem with other delegates. Like there's something that you want to say in opening that you don't get to add because you have to split time with the other delegate.
Well, I think the downside could actually be turned into a positive because you have to rank the proposals together and not everyone has the same opinion. So you have to learn how to compromise to agree.
Thank you to all of the delegates who told us about their proposals today.
We're excited to see how the rest of the debate turns out.
Thank you, Kaylin and Isla, and big shout out to all the delegates whose proposals moved on to Committee C today. And even if your proposal didn't move on, congratulations to you too. You should be very proud of yourself.
Let's move on to a segment about state differences, brought to you by Maline and Kaylee.
Hi, I'm Maline from New York.
And I'm Kaylee from Pennsylvania.
And today we're going to be interviewing delegates on their favorite delegation traditions here at Kona.
Our favorite tradition is our Kona prom. Our senior girls and our senior boys work together to pair up everyone in our delegation. And one person is assigned to ask and the other person is asked, and it's a lot of fun.
Everybody said memeing, so I would say memeing is a tradition, and everybody sent memes too. Also putting Old Bay on everything because we are from Maryland.
So one of my favorite Oklahoma traditions that we have is singing our state song, Oklahoma, from the musical Oklahoma.
One really sweet thing that all Oklahoma delegates do is write each other warm and fuzzies, basically just short notes telling each other how much we appreciate one another, what we've done for each other, all of our fun memories, and it's very nice.
New Mexico has a long-standing tradition that died out over COVID of stealing Wisconsin's cow mascot. Last year we also did Pink Day on Wednesdays, and that's going to continue tomorrow as well. And I believe that's all we have.
All right, so something that might not be completely independent of Kentucky, but it is a big part of it, is that when we have our roundtables at night, we get really close and personal. Everybody shares stories, and we become a huge family.
One tradition that New York has is that in the beginning of every week of Kona, every year, we randomly assign each delegate another delegate who's their secret buddy. And so every delegate then has to write notes throughout the week to their buddy and deliver these notes to that person without them finding out who's giving them the notes. So it's a great way for the delegates to encourage each other and support each other.
And a really fun tradition that we also have is having senior delegates write letters to new and incoming delegates, which basically is just meant to encourage them and give them words of wisdom for their time on the mountain. And it's always really nice watching them read what we wrote. And it's just a really fun time for everyone.
Thank you so much for sharing your traditions with us. It's clear every delegate here has the Blue Ridge spirit. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that interesting segment. I absolutely love learning about how 33 delegations here are unique in their own way.
Next up, we have an iconic Kona tradition that can often be observed during mealtimes. You guessed it, it's Kona marriages.
Thanks, Niathi and Sophie.
As I'm sure many of you know, state marriages are a big tradition here at Kona.
And while I'm sure there will definitely be more proposals and marriages to come, let's take a look at the ones we have so far.
Missouri is planning a huge wedding with Michigan. We have a full wedding party including bridesmaids, groomsmen, and flower girls. In true Blue Ridge fashion, we are of course celebrating with a Cheerwine Tower.
Yesterday, after the group photo, Maryland proposed to Delaware. Delaware and Maryland have also proposed to Oklahoma. Both proposals were accepted, and these delegations are planning a 3-state marriage. At lunch today, Texas proposed to Florida, and they said yes. Congratulations to both delegations.
Make sure to follow at BRJ Kona for the official Missouri-Michigan wedding video.
And congratulations to all the newlyweds. Back to you, Sophie and Niathi.
New Jersey is still single if anyone's still looking. I know we don't pump our gas, but we can pump our fist. Get it?
Best of luck to Jersey. I hope all of you had a wonderful 4th of July, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at BRJ Kona.
Until our next broadcast, stay independent.